This is teaching for women. So there was a really good question on a live that I wanted to answer. And the argument that Christians have is that it doesn't matter what name you call the Messiah, right? And the question was, where is it that they're going to change his name in the Bible? Now, not even using all the prophecy that they'll be blaspheming Jehovah's name, that they'll forget his name for the name Baal, Jeremiah 23, that in the end, in the second Exodus, they're going to take the name Balaam from his people's mouth, and Hosea 2, your Messiah told you that they're going to change his name. In John chapter 5, verse 42 and 43, and he tells you because you don't have the love of God in you, which is an idiom for keeping the 10 Commandments. 1 John 5, for this is the love of God to keep his commandments. Because you don't have the love of God in you, you don't keep the commandments of God, you didn't receive him. He came in the Father's name. His name's Yeshua. But there's going to be one that comes in his own name that you're going to receive. Your Messiah told you they're going to change his name and you're going to accept him, the one that comes in his own name, because you don't keep the 10 Commandments. Your Messiah told you. That's not even including all the prophecies that they're going to be blaspheming his name. In Revelations, those that are sealed have the Father's name written on their foreheads. Jeremiah 23 tells you, your pastors, the wolves in sheep's clothing, are going to teach you burden of the Lord, that his commandments are burdensome, they're impossible to keep. Because 1 John 5, the love of God, this is how we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, to keep his commandments. They're not grievous, they're not burdensome. And all your pastors teach you burden of the Lord, that his commandments are burdensome, they're impossible, nobody can keep them. And they're going to forget the Father's name by their dreams. The false prophets who he did not send, who tell everyone in their neighbor their dreams, so that their fathers forget his name for the name Baal. You see Christians coming on TikTok and all these platforms telling people their dreams, that Jesus told them this and told them that and came to them in their dream. The 2 Thessalonians 2, man of perdition that will be revealed by his servants, who just so happen to have the Father's name written on their foreheads, Jehovah. The Christians have forgotten the Father's name completely. They don't call or acknowledge the Father Jehovah, because they worship the one who came in his own name. Because they don't have the love of God in them, they break all of his commandments by their traditions. Christmas, Jeremiah 10, Easter, Jeremiah 7, they worship with their hands, breaking Jehovah's commandments by their traditions of men, having other gods over Jehovah, saying that Jesus is God, the opposite himself of God, saying that he made all things clean and you can do idolatry and you shall not surely die. That sits in the people's temple because you are the temple and you've asked him into your hearts. You've asked him into your hearts, and you don't keep the commandments of God. You don't have the commandments written on your hearts. You don't love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Deuteronomy chapter 6, which is to keep the 10 commandments, teach them to your children. It will be your righteousness if you do them. Because you've forsaken the holy covenants, you don't receive Yeshua, you reject him. And you've accepted the one who came in his own name, that's elevated himself to be the Most High, who sits in your temple proclaiming to be God, who opposite himself of Jehovah. Your Messiah told you they would change his name and you would accept the one who came in his own name.